Earlier this month, Prime Minister Narendra Modi completed his longest foreign trip in over 10 years. The visit included 5 countries: Ghana, Trinidad and Tobago, Argentina, Brazil, and Namibia. The stated focus was on energy cooperation, access to critical minerals, digital infrastructure, and participation in the BRICS summit. While the trip itself attracted headlines, it fits into a larger pattern in India's diplomatic activity. Over the last few decades, foreign visits by Indian prime ministers have become more frequent and more focused. This brings up a few important questions. How often do Indian prime ministers travel abroad? Which countries are visited the most? And what does this say about India's long-term foreign policy priorities? But before we dive deep into these questions, let's take a quick detour. If you are also a data nerd like us and are interested in seeking reliable data-driven insights, do check out Dataful. Trusted by over 26,000 registered users, it offers more than 17,000 clean, structured and ready-to-use datasets across 50+ sectors, exclusively sourced from government and multilateral agencies. To know more, click the link in the description. Now back to the story. Between 1999 and July 2025, Indian Prime Ministers made around 285 official foreign visits covering 85 countries. These visits were spread across the tenures of 3 leaders: Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Manmohan Singh and Narendra Modi. Vajpayee made 31 visits in about half a decade, Manmohan Singh made 94 visits in a decade, and Narendra Modi has made more than 160 visits so far, accounting for 56% of all such trips during this 27-year period. The pattern of foreign visits has changed noticeably over time. In the early 2000s, the number of visits per year was relatively low, often fewer than 10. In 2004, no foreign visits were recorded, likely due to the general elections and change of government. From the mid-2000s onward, the numbers began to rise. The year 2015 stands out as a high point with 28 visits, the most in a single year during this period. In contrast, the year 2020 saw no foreign visits due to the global COVID-19 pandemic. Since then, activity has picked up again. Now, looking at the countries most frequently visited by Indian PMs offers further insight. The United States tops the list with about 24 visits. Russia follows with around 18, which is followed by Japan, France, Germany and China. Further, Brazil, the United Kingdom, South Africa and Singapore also feature among the top 10. Together, these 10 countries account for about 42% of all foreign visits by Indian prime ministers between 1999 and 2025. Here, it is important to note that these top 10 countries mostly include permanent members of the UNSC, members of the G20, and countries in the BRICS groupings. This suggests that India's diplomatic calendar has closely followed its strategic and economic priorities. These foreign visits are not just ceremonial. They are used to formalize bilateral agreements, deepen defense and strategic cooperation, facilitate trade and investment, and build alignment in multilateral forums. Many major international initiatives have roots in such visits. The International Solar Alliance, for instance, was launched in partnership with France. The India-US ISET initiative on critical and emerging technologies was also the result of continued high-level engagement. India's cooperation with ASEAN nations and its recent focus on energy and mineral access in parts of Africa and Latin America have all been supported through these diplomatic efforts. Over time, foreign visits by Indian prime ministers have shifted from being occasional events to becoming a consistent part of foreign policy. The frequency, choice of destinations, and the nature of these trips reveal clear diplomatic priorities. As you reflect on this long-term trend, what stands out to you? Which regions or countries do you think should be India's focus in the coming years? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Research for this story is powered by Dataful and Tagore.ai. To know more, click on the related links in the description.